I don't know. Maybe I'm just way too hype on the offlane Wraith King train. I still don't think it's bad on carry by any means this game. I think the matchups are good, but it was just a personal preference of mine to see them move pieces around here.
PMA just gonna have this way, farm it out. They block with the creep camp here. Down bottom, some pressure going on to DOTA2. WS wants to chase him. Does he have enough damage? A little bit more is needed, but unfortunately, Ridis is there with the Icarus dive. Now it's WS that's in danger instead. Not enough. Ridis at the moment is only level 2. Does eat up Dual Breath and now got the juice going back, but the wand from Yocam will save him for now with the Fairy Fire. They do end up finding got the juice. First blood going the way of Talon Esports. The debate play from WS and Yocam works out in the end. Outside of the map, we did see Natsumi experiencing some pressure here. Now the pressure is going to be applied to Cuckoo, but Zayax will not have enough mana to be able to throw out the shackles, unfortunately. And they're going to go forward. He does have it now, but can he make this happen? They do eventually find the kill onto Cuckoo, and maybe they double up and find Natsumi. There are the shackles after he gets the mana, eating the Lotus. And it's going to be good enough to secure a double kill for PMA on this Bristleback. You were right about the potential.
I think it's cool. And also, even if the hero's popular, the win rate isn't broken, right? It's like 50-50. So it's in a good spot. Except in this game, he's dead. But, you know, he's in a good spot as a hero. Ridis will die. Trade-off from WS. Big start up for NAVI Junior. This is better than I was expecting. They find the 2 kills for the Bristle and then get a 6-minute 45 tower. Might be one of the fastest in the entire game. WS takes some damage bottom, but they'll fend them off easily.
And a blood grenade. Actually, Ridis might die here, but they brought in Zayax to turn it around onto WS, and WS did get the kill, but will certainly fall thereafter. Yocam, can he get out of here? Perhaps, but definitely not got the juice, because Mikoto showed up to make sure that they had the necessary damage. Yocam doesn't die either. The boat with the ice pod crashes through onto Zayax. With the Tidebringer cleave, Mikoto secures a double kill. The Coco Rum kept Jakiro alive. And of course, WS gets zoned back. They keep this Wraith King alive, but honestly, it's still a win for Talon. You bait out the ultimate, Niku is still down bottom, and maybe they can find a kill top lane onto this Bristleback, and indeed they should be able to. Blood Grenade slowing him down, Natsumi finding the right clicks, and thank you for being so overfarmed, Bristleback. I'm gonna take that gold right back. In the meantime, though, Niku reveals yet again down bottom, he has not left the area. WS will finally take a tumble, so across both lanes, offlaners do go down. Sadly, does not have reincarnation now, so this could lead to his death. Mikoto making his way bottom. What a nice path from Yocam. Sets them up for the X onto Niku. The boat will crash into a Macropie. He does dodge it for a little bit, but now with the Wheel of Wonder from Cuckoo, there's no way out of this one, my friend. They do find the kill onto the Tiny. WS chasing for more, but everybody else from Navi has backed off. And there is the tier 1 tower to play onto. Natsumi, will he sense this gank coming is the question.
Oh,
he will not.
Slow.
He gets hexed. He will get caught out. Will he die? Yes, he will. No response available from Talon Esports. Unfortunate, and it does seem like they were actually clearly setting up for that. We'll see if they still intend to try and counter this. PMA has now also made his way down bottom, throws out some snot onto Yocam. Mikoto just getting himself away. The escape back will try to keep the Jakiro alive for now. He gets hexed, caught inside the ward trap. This should kill him, especially with the Supernova diving forward. Niku blinked up. He doesn't have Avalanche though, and he gets doomed underneath the tier 1 tower, but there's just no follow-up. Mikoto throws in the torrent, but it's just to try and cover the retreat. PMA says no, however. He jumps beyond the tier 1 tower, trying to chase down WS. He knows that the defensive spells are down, and he will find the kill. Beautifully done by this Bristleback. In the meantime, the rest of his team was able to leverage the Master rewards and the right clicks of Wraith King to grab the tier 1 tower.
He was eyeing up Radiance himself earlier as well, and then he switched. So both teams changing their approaches respectively. One dropping the Deso for Radiance and the other vice versa.
Nah, he changed back, Natsumi. He changed back. They do get their Roshan, but can they take the subsequent fight? Wheel of Wonder in tandem with the boat will connect, and Niku's gonna take quite a bit of damage, but will he die? Mikoto in through the fight. Blade Mail active. Escape back will keep him alive as Natsumi shows up, trying to put the right-click damage out onto these heroes, but they're just not dying. Big Fire Spirits going forward. There's gonna be an Infest Bomb, but it's just not enough. The Avalanche from Niku on the back edge of the fight makes sure that nobody can move. It's a triple kill for PMA with the quills flying everywhere. The shackles out onto Cuckoo. No escape allowed for the Ringmaster, even with the Tame the Beast. You can try as much as you want, my friend. Niku has a blink. They have the damage, and they found 4 kills. Don't even drop the Aegis. And now it's tier 2 tower beckons towards NAVI Junior.
And lost some of the progression from that team fight they just took, as well as the one prior. So This looks like a very good hero. Toss back. Sunray.
He's gone. Makoto shows up though with the X mark onto
This is a
Niku.
haste of time. They have to Doom him. They will.
Right? Doom is out. They're gonna get in the Ghost Ship as well. Wheel of Wonder gonna be committed, and they do find the kill. However, Got the Juice also shows up on the back edge, looking towards killing the Doom. Unfortunately, with the escape act, realizes he does have to back off. PMA, now that he knows escape act is down, they want to chase down Cuckoo. Nice tame the beast for the back fear. But the shackles onto WS. Holding him in position, there will be a follow-up Wraithfire Blast. Although the Infest Bomb comes in for the opponent's heal, it will be enough to keep him alive. Life taken away by PMA underneath the tier 1 tower, or tier 2 tower. So at the Aegis gone right now, Torrent will connect as well. Yokam has finally respawned. Ice Path, Macropire thrown in onto the Bristleback. Got the Juice, blinks back onto the Kunkka. With the Ward Trap from Xayax, they're able to bring down Makoto. Got the Juice will end up committing at least a life though underneath the tier 2. Escape back will buy the Ringmaster time. On the other side of the fight, Lifestealer trying to chase down Xayax. Not going to be able to do so. Then Got the Juice escape. Very nice Icarus dive with the slows from Ridis, but there is still damage from Natsumi. Unfortunately, he doesn't have rage any longer. He can't keep this going. He needs to get out, but with the Hex Sunray, he cannot. He dies. Another shackles onto Cuckoo. Make sure he goes down as well. What an elongated fight, and after all is said and done,
So the map is wide open for them. It's just a matter of finding picks. Speaking of, Zayats will blink across WS and run away. Horsey?
he is running. WS is chasing. I don't know about this chase, my friend. He's gonna get himself shackled up right now. Sunray will come out onto WS. Niku also closing the gap. Avalanche will come in from the west side. And they find the Doombringer kill. That was a surprising chase. Xayax not done just yet. Blinks forward, forces the BKB out of Makoto. Will be X back into the boat, but he gets away with the Tumbler's Toy. The Macropire from Jakiro connects onto absolutely nobody. And although they do eventually get the Rasta kill, that is a 2-for-1. And now they also find Makoto on the back edge of the fight, trying to TP out. Can he make it? No. Wraithfire Blast says you have to stay in position and you have to die and suffer this damage, my friend. 3-for-1 exchange. And all of it stemming in from a very aggressive chase from WS. We'll see if this is more successful than the previous time that this happened. This time they drilled a BKB for WS, but they're too late. Now, NAVI Junior are going to be the ones that smoke immediately back in the other direction. Niku blinks forward, gets the toss back onto Kubian. Nice Macropire catching in onto 2 heroes with the Doom being deployed onto Niku as well. And I believe this Tiny will die. He may get into the fire, will take quite a lot of damage himself, and they haven't brought down any Talon heroes just yet. Can they retreat? Wheel of Wonder covering Got the Juice and PMA. It's going to be a very difficult chase spell. Yokam attempting to TP out, not going to be allowed to do so. The Yule Scepter from Xayax says no. However, killing him did require a buyback from Nico. Talon Esports, this cannot count as anything but fight win under those conditions. Once they realize he's not doing it, yeah, they're just going to get 2 lanes, alright?
Another find with toss.
Oh no, God! Just TP, hoping to help mount the defense. Fortunately, that will cost them his life. Dead. Does have buyback though. He did manage to at least take away the first fight from Got the Juice, so perhaps.
Taking fight. So yeah, they'll try to go for more here. Remember, there is Aegis on the bristle. Supernova.
Indeed, an Aegis. Supernova goes out. Lifestealer will destroy it with the Rage. And now Got the Juice with his BKB active finds himself bashed up, trying to TP out. He makes it. Niku, does he make it? Both of them are gone. May as an Aegis just able to walk himself out.
There goes the siege.
Welcome,
PMA.
Brother Cinderin, to the NAVI Junior hype train, my friend. It's a good ride. Pretty good place to
I've
be.
passed them before. I've sung their praises before. I do think there's a lot of potential.
Coming for the Megas. PMA still has 1 minute left for the 8 forward by this Got the Juice. He gets the Wraithfire Blast onto Cuckoo, but can't stick on top of him. Instead, look at the shackles from Xayax. They're looking to try bring down the Doombringer. He gets saved by the Infest and the Escape Pack. And that buys them enough time to actually kill off Raid King. That's only life number 1. He gets doomed up for life 2, sitting inside of a Macropire. Look at the damage that Got the Juice is taking. He's gonna go down, but Niku, with the Avalanche Toss, makes sure that the Lifestealer goes with him. Carry for carry exchange right now, but they did get the Megas for NAVI Junior. Talon Esports buyback on Cuckoo. He throws in the Rod of Atos onto PMA. Torrent from Makoto, but where is the damage? They don't have the Lifestealer. How do they control this Bristleback? He's inside the Ice Path. Dual Breath will be there, but Niku, Avalanche Toss, they're going in onto WS. Another escape back from Cuckoo. But 4-star back though, not enough. Yet another kill, does that buyback, and the Sunray on the 2, burning Yokam to a crisp, and the Kunkka as well. No pirate, no dragon, and no options. GG, well played. It's called NAVI Junior will claim game number 1 in one of the cleanest victories that you'll see here at this tournament.
I don't think you can afford this. You have the overall last pick of the draft. You see it's a good lifesteal game. You go for it, and then you lose your tower minute 6:45. That's just, it's not on. Like, at this level, you cannot lose that tower minute 7 against this lane.
I don't like them, bro. They go. Oh!
Okay.
Okay. This was when it started to be picked middle. This was like the counter that you pick directly into these puck lanes. And honestly, smoke screen in this game is actually obscene. One of my heroes I play the most on carry is Gyro, and I love seeing Timber on the other side. PMA not even bothering putting a point in reactive just yet. Top lane, Yokam will have a tree thrown at his face. He does survive with the Fairy Fire for now. He's still alive. Magic Stick, Fairy Fire, but unfortunately Ridis does have the Icarus dive with the level 2. Secures the first blood onto Yokam. Will not escape with his life from this, but definitely worth it in the long run here to make this play happen.
Scared of going there. Mikoto's level 6 with all of Corrosion. He's very strong. Kuka just straight up showing up to mid now to push over the siege creep. I kind of like the idea of this, but unfortunately for them, the wave has already been pulled. But Mikoto with the regen is able to tank the tower indefinitely. This is really
Look top, Zin. Zayax actually might end up losing his life here because he tried to shackle up Yokam, bring him low so that Ridis could kill him off, but unfortunately WS has a lot of damage coming in from these quill sprays. Level 3, baby. They secure the kill.
You're clearly stronger right now. I say that Natsumi might be in trouble down bot. Shackled up.
Going for him. He does have 13 one charges though. He pops them, turns himself around, gets the call down out. Almost died to the chakra, but not enough just yet. Mikoto now making his first rotation of the game, showing up as the Ricky. They should be able to find the quick kill onto Zayax. Top lane. Can they punish this though? Because they did bring Got the Juice, but unfortunately Bristleback is now level 6. I don't know if we can get this. Niku shows up though with the haste rune, drops the Dream Coil out, but he's still really damn tanky on him. Eventually he will fall. One can't help but think if they had an additional TP, perhaps he lives, but Ringmaster unfortunately was mid, no TP available. They gave a lot of farm up to Talon, but Talon, they're also looking for a kill now. They can catch Zayax here. He's in the trees and they found him. He knew his death was en route. He's just trying to buy as much time as possible. And he buys a fairly large amount of it, even though he will eventually die.
Now Got the Juice with the Shadow Blade wants to find some sort of opening. WS will show. Kuka would be a much better target. They see him too late.
Go from escape back will be on the Bristleback, but there's also a Supernova propped down onto the floor. The first person to fall in this fight looks like it might be WS. It actually is the Shadow Shaman, but WS also goes down. However, now that Mikoto has shown up, the rest of these heroes need to get out of here, and they need to get out of here soon. They've already lost the Timber Saw on top of Ridis' Phoenix.
It's not that big of a concern necessarily because you have other heroes scaling.
Wait,
this is a much
dead?
bigger concern though. He gets caught.
Is he dead?
That's a
He's
big
dead.
kill. He is
He's
very
dead.
dead. He has all the tiny spells and Got the Juice with a fat bag here.
We'll see what he's able to accomplish once he respawns, but Natsumi at least has an Aegis, also has the Crystallis flying into him right now. So despite the Ricky not doing well, the rest of his team is still flourishing. Niku in the top lane threw out the Dream Coil. Yokam will not die with the Wheel of Wonder in the opposite direction. Got the Juice, gonna be able to TP out. We noted the lack of
Niku,
overall
sneaky.
disables, and Niku comes back for the solitary engagement onto Yokam,
Damn.
steals the shrine, and then TPs out.
Now you have the Aegis on Gyro, and you really want to find some sort of a good fight where you take the initiative, but the problem is you have no catch. So Puck will keep cutting waves, Timbersaw will keep cutting waves with his Greaves. He might be punished this time though. The Greaves are on cooldown, trying to TP out, not gonna happen. Looking for the backstab, but WS breaks immediately, and this is just the end of that play. Mission failed for Talon. Probably not the hero you want leading that smoke. If you're all dead, Fight got the Juice, but who found Juice? Who got the crap off just barely.
Fighting over the shrine right now. WS rushing forward. Niku's right behind him. They do find now the Nullifier. But where's the follow-up from the rest of Navi Junior? I don't think they actually want this fight. They did find a Hex out onto Natsumi, who's walking in. Smoke screen dropped onto the ground. They find Zayax almost immediately. Dream Coil Sunray on the back edge. They want WS, but with the life drain from Kuku, it's keeping him alive. Eventually, he will fall. And PMA, he's diving forward. Look how much he's accomplishing with his Timber Saw. Big Timber Chain on top of the Chakram. Able to eliminate 2. On the other side of the fight, Natsumi doing the same with his Gyrocopter.
So this is a set this is a set location here, but if NAVI Junior were to smoke, which they will, they can definitely access this area. That's the disarm coming out. Scouting with the orb.
Nullifier goes out first onto the Bristol. He dies in the blink of an eye. Natsumi though does have BKB activated. Turns his attention back towards Got the Juice. Ridis with the supernova. It pops. It stuns Natsumi for a moment. And on top of the Wheel of Wonder, he is falling lower and lower. Gyro has enough support behind him to survive for now. Box gets him out of the fight, but Puck comes back and says no. Nuku wants his double kill and he will find it. On the other side of the fight, they do manage to take out Mikoto as well. The lone survivor at the moment being Yokam, and he's not going to survive for long. He ends up going down. It's 5-0. NAVI Junior with the perfect placement of the supernova, isolating the gyrocopter first. They end up demolishing this team fight and earning an Aegis as a reward.
They won early, they got ahead, they take a couple of bad team fights and lose everything immediately, and we're kind of there again.
They all smoked out of their base. They were hoping to try and catch up into the Tiny, but unfortunately the smoke gets broken by Nuku on his puck. He draws out the Rod of Atos as well, and now turning around Dream Coil onto both Mikoto as well as Kuku. Kuku will be the one that gets brought down. Yokam, excuse me. They do toss back, whistle back next to the Supernova, and with a Nullifier on hand, he certainly will end up dead. The Supernova does pop, and the gem that was lost earlier on is now happily recovered for Navi. And here they are on the high ground. 20 seconds remain before the Bristol returns. He really doesn't want to buy back. They're trying to save him from it. Got the juice, but on the high ground, still has an Aegis, however. So even if he dies here, it's not the end of the world. But they get him away from Mikoto, and Mikoto actually finds himself getting hexed. Zayax wants to chase him with the help of Niku. Mikoto almost about to die, barely able to blink away, but Niku says no. Chases him down. Him and the partner will end up falling. Niku now able to escape outside of the base, and neither of the heroes that went down have buyback. The best part about it is they died just as the Bristleback returned. So yes, they saved the buyback, but you still are going to lose your second lane, which I love a lot. Massively outputs his damage output, especially with the Serrated Shiv as well as his neutral item. So there we go. Now we have Megas, and we have a Hex onto Gyro. Oh no, he doesn't have BKB, he doesn't have buyback. The game is just over. WS does have a BKB, but it's not going to matter because eventually this will end. They dropped the banner just
Nice
for
banner.
vision. Zayax, madman that he is. Do they get the vision? Yes, they do. Eventually they catch up to him. WS is gonna fall. He does not have buyback. So even if he does not die here, it doesn't really matter. GG's already been called. Talon Esports eliminated from Wallachia Season 4, and NAVI Junior continue the run to try and get themselves into the playoffs. Getting that early gem, removing all that vision, not allowing themselves to give the Ricky any space to play. Then all of a sudden, Natsumi, as farmed as he is on the gyrocopter, he can't just carry this game all by his lonesome against Puck Timber Tiny as the game kept scaling.